Hello and welcome to this Writing for Wellbeing activity from Grimm&Co. Now a little bit of preamble before we get stuck into it. If you like, this activity can kind of go together with and link to the Grimm Good News Writing for Wellbeing activity that you might have already seen online. So if you like, you might want to watch that one first and then do this one, see how they link together. But you don't have to. They can be completely standalone as well, so you can access them however works for you. Okay, let's get into our activity. Now what we're going to be doing with this activity is thinking about the things that make you happy, thinking about the things that make the people around you happy, and then trying to capture that to celebrate it in a really fun way, I hope. Now when I talk about the things that make us happy, this could mean all sorts of stuff. It could be pretty big things, or it could be really small things as well. Things that might seem a bit silly, a little bit inconsequential or trivial. So, for example, one very small thing, but that gives me great happiness when it happens is, if ever I'm doing the recycling and I am crushing a can under my foot, if it goes and goes into a perfect little disc, that always makes me very, very happy. I feel quite satisfied. So, as I said, they could be big things or little things like me crushing a tin can in a very particular way. So we're going to think about now about things that make you happy. This could be all sorts of stuff. It could be people, it could be places, and by place I mean like a city or a country, or even just somewhere really specific, a particular place maybe in your home where you like to be. It could be films or TV shows or characters from them, or even particular scenes, particular moments, particular quotes from those things. It could be songs, musicians, games, books, celebrities whose very existence on this planet makes you feel better. They could be paintings, they could be memes, they could be YouTube videos, they could be keepsakes that remind you of special places or people. They could be memories of things that are really special to you. They could be things that you're proud of, hobbies that you really enjoy doing. They could be smells, they could be tastes, they could be sounds. There's all sorts of little things and big things in the world that make us happy, and that's what you're going to think about now. So, think about all of the different things that make you happy in lots and lots of different categories. We could think big, we could think small, but we need to capture those thoughts. Now there are lots of different ways that you could do this. You could sketch them, do illustrations, annotate them. You could maybe take photos of things around you that really make you happy. You could write a big list. But the way that I've done it, that perhaps you might want to have a go at as well, is I've drawn a heart on a big bit of paper. I divided it up into sections, and in those sections I've written all sorts of different things that make me happy, and then I've even illustrated and coloured them in a little bit as well. If you're not sure what I mean, take a look at this video. Okay, so as you can see, I've done mine now, and I've got all different sorts of stuff on there. I've got music I like, books I like, TV, films. I've also got really specific things, like I really like going cycling on my bike just after it's been serviced and it goes really, really fast. I've got sounds like my cat snoring, tastes like the taste of root beer, hobbies I really like to do. So that's mine that I've done. Okay, so you've seen what I've done. Now it's time for you to do yours. You could draw a heart like I have, or you could capture this however you want. You could use photography, recording, collage, scrapbook, illustrations, just writing a good old list. It's up to you. But I want you to think about and capture all the different sorts of things that make you feel happy. So press pause on the video now and go and think about and capture that. Okay, So you've captured some of the things that make you happy, from big things to things that some people might say are small. They might say are silly or weird or a little bit trivial, but actually are really important and special. So now we've thought about you, it's time to think about other people. What are the things that make people in your home feel happy? What are the things that make people you care about, maybe like family and friends? What makes them happy? That's what we're going to find out now. You are going to become a reporter. You're going to ask people in your house and other people about the things that make them happy, and you're going to record it all. Now, if you just say, what makes you happy? That might be a bit too open for some people. They might feel a little bit overwhelmed. So what we need to do first of all is to think about our categories of question. What types of things do we want to find out about? It might be food that makes people happy, places, songs, smells, tastes, people, memories, hobbies. There's all different sorts of things. The categories that you think of can be as weird, as wacky, and as unusual as you like. But that's our first task, writing down a list of categories of happy making thing that we want to find out about. So, pause the video. Let's do that now. Okay, so you've thought about some categories of happy making thing. Now it's time to go and ask people these questions. So at this point, you might want to grab a notebook and a pen or pencil. You might want to get something to record people's responses, like a phone or a tablet or a computer that has a built-in camera and microphone, so you can record what people are saying. Because you're going to be a bit of a reporter now. You're going to ask people these questions and get their responses back. Now it's up to you. If you don't really like the thought of being on camera and recording it, you could just note them down in your notebook. If you feel okay being a bit of a roving journalist, you could video record them. But talk to people in your home, and if you have permission, or if you're old enough to give yourself permission, you could call or message other people who you want to ask these questions to as well. But now it's time, you've got your categories, you've got a notebook and pen and pencil and or something to video record with. I want you to go and ask these questions to people you know. What is it that makes them happy? Pause the video now. Go and ask those questions. So, what food makes you happy? I was just calling because I wanted to ask, which song do you think makes you feel the happiest when you hear it? Which place is the place that you would say makes you happiest? Are there any foods that you like to eat that make you happy? Yes, that is such a classic. Not a very forthcoming interview subject. Okay, so hopefully now you've spoken to a few different people about different things that make them happy. And they could be people in your home, or if you want to expand your horizons a little bit, there could be people that you know that you call or message. Now we know all of these things that make us happy, these things that make other people happy. It's time to celebrate and share all of those happy making things. As the final part of this task, I want you to do a report on all of the things that make you and the people around you happiest. Now, you could do this report by video recording it, by doing it like a news reporter at a news desk, telling everyone about all of this amazing stuff that they have found out. Oh, hello. Here's reporter Sarah with some great news for you. Today, we've been finding out what makes you happiest. If you don't like the idea of video recording it, you could write it up like a newspaper report, a journalist commenting on and feeding back on all of their research about the things that have made people happiest. So it's up to you. You could video it or you could write it using pen and paper or typing. The choice is yours. But I hope that these reports of the things that make you and the people around you happy are a really lovely thing to reflect on. And who knows, maybe the things that make you happy might even make someone else feel a bit happier, and vice versa. So that means that we would especially love to see what you produce in response to this challenge. If you're part of one of our regular writing groups, you might like to upload this challenge response to your Seesaw. If you're accessing this writing challenge in a different way, perhaps you might like to email us your challenge response. You can send it to grimapothecary@gmail.com, or you might like to post it on social media, tagging us at Grimm&Co. Or you might just like to keep it as something really special just for yourself. It's up to you. But I really hope you enjoy putting this happiness report together, and I look forwards to working with you again soon. You know what else I should have put on my list? Cup of tea.